Yes, only Jimmy may dance because his Philadelphia Eagles were triumphant again in Week 8. Welcome into NFL Afters, presented by PointsBet. Week 8, almost near the halfway point in the season. That's how maths works because we just did the third way part.
We did.
But because it's a different number, then the halfway comes
Halfway
really
point.
soon. I know, we like to teach people about maths on this show, Flex the Education. Jimmy, Week 8, the last of the 4 a.m. starts for us in the fine superior eastern states.
Well, yeah, I live here, so I can't argue it too much.
Would you prefer to be rising at 4 a.m. continually throughout the summer?
No.
See?
I'm a Queenslander, but I live in Sydney. I need my child. I've told my partner I need to bring some land from Queensland down to New South Wales so she can have a baby on it.
I mean, sure. That's
if one thing women love, it's getting involved and telling them what they need to do during a pregnancy.
That's speaking from experience, that's definitely a lane you should go down. Yeah, definitely pursue that. But look, Week 8, good bit of football on today. I think a couple of get-right opportunities for some teams. And then just as we near the trade deadline, that starts to peak in. We're a week and change away from that. Some of the teams that we expect to be the lower part of the rankings further cemented that, making them even juicier candidates.
Laurie and I have got some trades later in the pod,
we do.
Which I'm looking forward to. But as you said, we're nearly halfway, and I don't think this can wait any longer because I think
it just can't.
We know what we know, and we don't know what we don't know.
Yeah. And what we don't know could fill a lot.
We actually have a separate podcast.
It's a storage shed.
Yeah. It starts with women. Things we don't know. But I'm going to kick things off, asking the question, will your team have a new starting quarterback next year?
Yeah. Now, we're going to do this really slow, like 1970s football. It's going to be up-tempo Peyton Manning style.
Starting with the Minnesota. Right now, we're going to the Minnesota Vikings. What quarterback will they have next year?
Some AFC Central chat.
All right. So some of these are quite obvious, but I'll go through them. We'll start with the Minnesota Vikings.
Sure.
It's a yes or no question. Do they have does your team, Minnesota Vikings, have a new quarterback next year?
No, it's just JJ.
Yep. Broncos, Denver.
Nope.
Bengals.
Nope.
Okay, he's staying with Toe Burrow. Kansas City Chiefs.
Absolutely not.
Jaguars.
No, but you feel sus.
Okay. Browns.
100%.
Ding, 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 ding. We got our first winner.
Oh, yes.
Any thoughts on who they're going to go with?
Yeah, look to the draft.
Yeah,
it's draft time.
Titans.
No. You keep going with Cam Ward, but everything else around him needs to change.
Buccaneers.
Nope. Baker Mayfield.
Colts.
No, and the buzz out of today is that they want to make this the Indiana Jones experience, just like the Indiana Jones franchise. It's going to extend and extend and extend.
He'll be playing until he's 70. Seahawks.
No, Sam Darnold's doing well, and when they do eventually change, I think they've got an interesting talent in-house as it is.
The Bears. I know you got some thoughts on this later.
No, Caleb Williams will be the quarterback next year.
Okay, Saints.
Yes, 100. Yeah, that's the change is coming. It is not shock. It is as much as, we'll get into the Rat Pack later. Yes, I think Spencer Rattler was more than put in his place today. Shall we say?
Yeah. Dolphins.
The Dolphins, they'll be a new quarterback.
Dolphins. The Dallas Cowboys.
No. Rough day for Dak Prescott. 21 pressures faced against Denver Broncos, but he's still in that top tier of quarterbacks.
49ers, but I will say it is, let's just say Brock Purdy's there.
No, I think it'll still be Brock Purdy.
Yep. Yeah. Steelers.
I actually think that Rodgers is going to push to come back.
Okay.
I think he will.
Ravens.
No.
Chargers.
No.
Cardinals.
Yes.
Yeah, Cardinals.
Yeah. This needs to be look. Child of divorce. I hesitate to say this, but we need a divorce here.
Takes one to know one. I believe the saying is, and Laurie knows that. Let's go to the Raiders.
The Raiders of the Las Vegas variety.
Yes.
Shout out to Deputy Brucey in the back, helping us out on the ones and twos today. His beloved Raiders. Yeah, I wouldn't have said this coming into the season because I like what Geno Smith has done in the Renaissance chapter of his career, but it's not working there. So yeah, I think we'll see a new man under center there.
Packers.
No.
They got their first win. The Jets.
The JETS Jets. Yes, I think we'll have a new one there.
Next year.
But shout out to Justin Fields for being so open, sharing his emotions. He really peeled back the curtain on exactly the torment he's been through. It's a tough market there. And I'll say it, frankly, Woody Johnson, coming out and saying those things in the media and bearing his quarterback, I thought it was classless. It was unprofessional from an owner. And credit to Alex Smith, who was on ESPN airwaves today.
Called it out,
Absolutely called it out. Said you cannot outrun and outperform shoddy ownership like that.
Yep. Washington Commanders.
No. Jaden Daniels has to get healthy, but no.
The Panthers, your boy Bryce Young.
Bryce Young. That's the one I have to look. I can tell you it won't be Andy Dalton because while we're spooking our ESPN talent, Lewis Riddick, who's an absolute stud, one of the sharpest minds in the game, in front of a camera, behind a camera, in a coaching room. I think he said that Andy Dalton looked like he'd never played football before. Looked like he'd forgotten how to do it.
So did the Dallas Cowboys.
I think no. You know what? I think Bryce Young will be there week 1 next year. I do.
Patriots.
Absolutely not.
Bills.
No.
Falcons.
No, but
no. Giants.
No, it'll be Dart.
Yeah. Birds. Eagles. Go Birds.
The dirty ones. No, that'll be Jalen Hurts under center.
Lions.
No, Jared Goff.
The Rams.
That's a good one. I think Stafford. I got to think Stafford comes back. Yeah. Like he's playing so well. As long as I think he's got to have something in his contract, like keep investing in the offensive line, stop getting me hurt. But
yeah, what are you guys doing? I had a bad back leading into.
Like I missed watching him play this week. It was a bye week for the Rams.
Yeah,
and I missed watching Stafford sling it out there. I think the league was worse off for not having the Stafford spiral out there today.
And finally, Texans.
No, it'll be CJ Stroud, despite how sinful, broken, ravaged,
broken man
he feels. No, I think it'll be CJ Stroud. I just hope he's not physically broken behind whatever it is they keep putting out there to block for him.
Okay, I like that. That's good. Let's keep things going. Let's go to the top 5 teams in the NFL with the best records. You mentioned before the Colts there. The only team that is currently 7-1.
Yes.
Then we have my Birds, the Eagles at 6-2. Patriots at 6-2. I think it's a bit of a surprise. Buccaneers 6-2. Broncos 6-2. Who are these are contenders and who are these are pretenders?
Okay,
Laurie?
The Indianapolis Colts. For contender, before we go, contender, does that mean to win a Super Bowl?
Yes. So I'm not, again, this is really, it has to be to win a Super Bowl, not just to be frisky.
Yeah. Because I think the Colts can win a playoff game, but I don't think they can win a Super Bowl. I think the game changes. And they're built to run well, built for cold weather football and stuff, but I just think the best defense is going up against Indiana Jones. I think they can unsettle him. So I'm going to go with no. They can win a playoff game. But not win the Super Bowl.
Super Bowl. Eagles.
You'd be stupid to say not to. Like, I'm not over. Like, today was great. They got to march up and down. The story wasn't about the Eagles today. It was about Cam, Scatterboo, and tough scene for the Giants. And we'll get into that. But yeah, it's silly to say the Eagles aren't contenders.
Patriots. The silence, ladies and gentlemen.
With a trade on offense.
Okay.
Yes.
I like this.
Yeah. I think there's pieces on the defense that you hope continue to rise throughout the season. I think Drake May is playing at a level where he can go toe-to-toe. But they need more. And look, he's finding plays, right? Keishon Butte, another long one today. But yeah.
Big Butte guys.
Big Butte guys. But yeah, with a trade, I think Drake May, when your quarterback can stand in there and go toe-to-toe with anyone and play at that level, which is what he's doing. Like today was a bit of a business trip against it. I mean, he did have to deal with 5 sacks. From a very upset Myles Garrett. 5 sacks, 1 broken helmet, and probably 1 trade request.
I got a screenshot of Laurie's messages today. Myles Garrett, 5 sacks in a game, 1 helmet toss, 1 trade request. I bet.
Yeah, well, it's just that was hard. It's talked about wasted ammunition, but yeah,
I think they can with a couple of
with a trade for an offensive piece, particularly at the receiver spot. Yeah, I think they can. I think they can go on a run.
Bucks.
Not with the current health of the roster. It's just getting hit everywhere. If they were healthy, absolutely. But it's the attrition has hit them so damn hard.
And the Broncos?
No. I think their defense is Super Bowl worthy for sure. And like Broncos fans, don't get upset at me. I got a lot of love for the Broncos fans out there. Got a couple of very, very dear friends. Luke, shout out to you, and Nick with the great Instagram.
What is it again?
At White Boy Pacino.
I think he's changed it to White Boy Benito now.
Okay, all right. Yeah, topical. So, look, the Broncos fans, a lot of respect for you and a lot of respect for that championship defense. But what you saw on offense today from Sean Payton, from Bo Nix, I don't want to say it's all empty calories, but where there are empty calories, it's not you, it's us. And it's the totally unprofessional defense that the Dallas Cowboys put up there. The talent that Jerry Jones and Stephen Jones have put together and assembled on that side of the ball is absolutely abominable. Throw in some injuries, whatever's going on with Trayvon Diggs, the Micah Parsons trade, all that.
Trayvon Diggs.
It's an absolute shambles. Anytime you've got, we don't know whether like the media scouts, national media, local beat writers, content creators, everybody, fans watching going, we don't know if this is a talent purely a talent issue, a scheme issue, they don't know the playbook issue, a communication issue. It's all of it. It's terrible. I feel like Matt Eberflus, it's not been a good run in the last couple of seasons for him, but I do feel like I don't know the defensive coordinator out there that is putting together anything resembling coherent defense with the talent he's currently working with that's available to him. So, look,
so how do you feel about the Dallas Cowboys?
So for the Broncos, your defense is 1,000% legitimate. You guys are like, you're going to challenge for the all-time modern sack record for a team over the course of a regular season with the production there.
We've got some trades later. Like
Absolutely.
You said the defense is good. Maybe, look, maybe I could help him on the offense. I could give him someone from the
21
birds.
pressures on Dak Prescott. Yeah. I've got a question for you regarding this game. What does Dak Prescott and a Year 12 student have in common?
What?
Never faced more pressure than this week. Shout out HSC week. If you're out there and you're an NFL fan, you're in the middle of HSCs right now. Good luck to you.
Diagram.
Yes.
People in New South Wales understand as NFL fans, but they're out there.
Well, look, I like to just remind you that we are in the first state right
now. So look, just out of those, and look, this happens every year, right? There are great teams, regular season teams, who don't compete at the end of the year. Right now, you've got the Eagles and the Patriots. With the trade. Patriots with the trade.
It's a fine hill I put myself on there. Very interesting.
He's a professional, ladies and gentlemen. He's a professional.
I'll be here each and every week.
He said he loves the Philadelphia Eagles and New England Patriots.
Wow. There's like a more pure-spirited, wholesome, and true-to-character form of me from 2015 that is vomiting repeatedly hearing that.
You've matured, Laurie.
Matured, and I've accepted reality for all its foibles.
Accepted defeat.
Oh,
all right, hot mics. We got some hot ones.
Yes, we
do. No wings, no sauce.
No, but presented by our friends at Macca's. We're on a heat streak here, a hot streak here even. And the great man, producer Krugs, in absentia, has got the audio sharp and ready for us. This one starts with the Chicago Bears, right? A big defeat to the desperate and still Lamarless Baltimore Ravens. This take regarding the Bears, I want to give it extra points, extra credibility. It came in before that loss as well. Wow. So some prescience here, some premonition perhaps, whether it's painful or not.
I don't think Caleb Williams is the guy. I don't see it. Very disheartening to say as a Bears fan, because I want to be very optimistic. But some of the flashes and the glimpses and the things that he does kind of worry me more than excite me. And I just don't think it's living up to the hype that we've heard about from high school and out of the draft.
Caleb Williams, not the guy. Now, we just ran through who I thought.
Yeah, I went through your thoughts on
was going to be quarterbacks in 2026.
You said he'd still be there.
I think he's still going to be there. So my initial response to this is 3 words long. Sam and Baker. That's why I don't give up.
Sam and Baker? Who's Sam and Baker?
It's a niche seafood-related boulangerie.
Sam and Baker? I went to school with Sam and Baker.
Sam Darnold, Baker Mayfield.
Yes.
So that's why I don't turn away from Caleb Williams being the man. That's why I don't turn away from, the inconsistencies. And I think it's very fair to look at the 4-game win streak that they brought into this contest, obviously snapped by the Baltimore Ravens. And, there were some performances that weren't overwhelming. But the flashes from Caleb Williams have been as high, if not higher, than we saw, certainly higher than what we saw from Sam Darnold in his time at the Jets. And as high, if not higher, than what we saw even during the decent runs that Baker Mayfield put together in the early part of his time with the Cleveland Browns. So, and then we've seen the trajectory that those guys have gone on with continued investment, good offensive minds around them, which they have there. They have Ben Johnson. So just some consistency, some more longevity.
Was this from Ben?
It
wasn't Ben Johnson, was
we did say it was Ben, the Bears fan.
I think Caleb Williams isn't not the guy.
Not a bad Australian accent, if we're being honest. Let's be honest for a minute here. But I think that's why I don't turn around. Look, today's an ugly result. Today's one that they would have been absolutely pumped when the news came through that Lamar Jackson was still out after limited participant. Was he running the scout team? All that working out. But I think the flashes and the talent with Caleb Williams, you want to invest in this long term. You're seeing him mature already. You've seen how his persona and what he's presented, the accountability that he's taken. You've seen that on a good trajectory throughout his time in the NFL. I'm not running away from that just yet. I think one result, and again, this came through before. This was someone who felt, talking empty calories, saw some of that.
He saw 4 wins in a row and went, those Ravens.
I just,
that's Snoop,
scare me. Snoop Huntley, he's going.
Yeah. Is Huntley the answer? This is the
I
question.
mean, look, some places in Australia are anti-Snoop. We're pro-Snoop here.
Yeah.
On NFL After. So what do you think?
I think too early to call it, and I think in modern football as well, like we're too quick to pull the trigger and make a change, especially when you've seen talent there. I think there are times where Cleveland Browns, you can make a change to quarterback. Maybe they shouldn't have got rid of Smoke and Joe though. But no, I agree. It's too early to make that call.
And the explosives are there. The success isn't though, because like when you look at, we don't do a lot of time just diving deep into the weeds, but the underlying metrics, he's pretty low down when it comes to the things, your completion percentage over expectation, your success rate, your EPA per play. Like, it's not been there. And that's where I guess some of the doubt comes in despite the win-loss record. But you've seen that connection with Roma Dunze blossom too. Yeah. Very, very high
still
productivity.
Early days of Ben Johnson as well.
It's early days. They've got investment in the skill position talent. DeAndre Swift has refused to go down with trade rumors and then bringing competitive talent in. You can build with this. You build the offensive line, continue. You allow Ben Johnson to continue to flourish his scheme in that city. So, no, I'm not running away from this process yet. But, hey, look, he saw it coming, Ben. Whoever that Ben is, the Bears fan.
Ben Johnson.
Whoever he is. All right, moving on. The Jets.
So this is from Michael from Brisbane. This is a great take that also involves some Adam Sandler, some Big Daddy.
Which, anytime.
Like Julian was asked all those years ago on Big Daddy, who are you going for? The goddamn Jets.
Who do you want to win?
The goddamn Jets.
So his question is, are the Jets back? Can they win more games? So I'll give you are the Jets back, but I will also ask you because I've got their schedule coming up as well.
Yeah.
Are the Jets back? We complimented earlier.
Can you be back if you never were?
Can you return to a place that you've never been?
Not to be existential right now.
If a tree falls in the wood and loses, does the win still matter?
And is that tree a Jets fan?
So you see that kid as well going viral on social media? He's like, I hate the Jets. I was born into this.
Yes. I'll always be here, but I could see where he's
going. I hate the Jets.
That kid, like in 5-10 years' time, that's when he'll be like, we're pregnant, we're expecting, and I'm not doing this to my kid. She, whatever.
Your son Charlie's going to be. Charlie's hat on. I was born into this, mate, with your accent.
He asked me the sweetest thing this morning.
What did he ask?
And a little bit of it broke my heart too. I was going to work. He's like, "Oh, the Cowboys on." He came down and saw I was watching football. I said, "No, they're not on until 7:25 this morning, and I'll be at work." And as I was leaving, he said, "Dad," I'm like, "Yeah. How do I put the Cowboys game on if you're not here to turn it on?" And I was just like, "Oh, bud, I love that you want to do that. But what have I sold you down into? What if I dragged you?"
I thought he was going to be like you're like, I'm going to go, I'll watch it at work. And he puts his hand on his shoulder and he goes, "Dad, don't let it ruin your day."
He is waiting for me to get home so we can watch the extended highlights
really?
together. Yeah.
Why would you do that to a child?
I know. That's why.
You're a product of divorce. Don't do the same mistakes as your father once did. Buy the kid a PlayStation.
So I love that
too.
we
That's
share
crazy.
this, and I love that he authentically comes up with that. But
anyway, so
what have I brought him into?
About
the Jets.
The Jets are not back. We shared out. We said earlier, Justin Fields for coming out.
Yeah.
Being vulnerable.
Yes.
But let me go through their record. Okay.
Yes.
Well, sorry, their schedule.
Mm-hmm.
So they've got the bye week next. So we can.
Nice.
As we said, as you get older, you appreciate the bye week.
Absolutely. Jets fans, a win and a bye week might be the happiest 2 weeks they've had in 50 years.
Then you've got Cleveland.
Yeah. I mean, what if that's a Cleveland that doesn't have Myles Garrett on the team?
True.
So, and Judkin's got a little banged up today. Yeah. So
questionable.
That's their two best players off the field, potentially.
Did you say another win there? Another
Could be.
All right. At New England?
No.
At Baltimore?
No.
Atlanta?
Possibly.
Miami?
Yeah, absolutely on the cards, despite Miami's fight for Mike.
They're back.
Fight for
Miami
Big Mike.
back. Laurie and Jimmy, do they have CTE? Are we idiots? Don't answer that. Don't comment.
No, just,
don't.
Yeah,
no, don't.
Right.
That's
it's not the engagement we want.
At Jacksonville?
Potentially.
At New Orleans? New Orleans?
For Christmas? Sure, why not?
New England again?
No.
Yeah, and at Buffalo.
Unless the Bills have the Q in the rack, but even then, I think.
But there's still plenty of opportunities.
Yeah, the Jets can win. The Jets can win again. So
Jets are not back.
No.
But they still might win some games.
If you've got faith that the Jets can once again win an inconvenient game and knock themselves out of the top pick in the draft and avoid getting the quarterback of their choosing, don't lose faith. Yeah. They've still got it in them.
Hey, they can still let you down, guys. They can win and let you down. Have you got another one?
We do. We've got one more before we get in. And this one comes from an interesting place. This is Terry from Shreveport, Louisiana.
Okay.
So let's just go for a little ride here.
But the thing that I would worry about more so in Washington is the other day I text Andy Reid, and I got a text back, and I thought it was Andy Reid, but it was some guy selling pigs. But it sounded good. I should have told y'all that, so y'all would have thought I actually talked to Andy Reid, but I didn't.
That might be one of my favorite ever sporting clips now.
This
Is
is
man selling pigs.
Terry Bradshaw, who is an icon,
A legend.
Steelers icon, NFL icon, Hall of Famer. He has been a broadcast icon. He was revolutionary with the studio set up in the States, and Fox when they took over rights way back in the day. Well, we're getting inside the industry, but while we're on Adam Sandler movies, I think about Billy Madison and during the trip.
Shampoo goes on the hair first. No, conditioner does. It is silky smooth.
No more. At no point during your rambling incoherent response did you make any sense. We're all far stupider for having That's what I was going with.
That's comedy. Guys, I'm supposed to be the funny one. Laurie's doing it all. Heavy lifting today.
Football takes are on on a cold streak. So thank you, Terry, for contributing to the Macca's Hot Mic, because that was a beauty when you dropped that in there. Unbelievable.
Oh,
so
yeah.
Terry
My
from
mate sent it
Shreveport.
to me, I was like, that's up there. That's up there with sorry to go to a different sport, but the Jaylen Brown head rubbing on a jersey, and it's like that dark dust,
Look,
smudge. The Carlos Boozer.
Yeah. Look, Twitter can be a really tough place sometimes, particularly when the NBA is in its downtime and the NFL is in its downtime. But when sport is flying, when basketball's going and the NBA memery we get there, NFL's going, the Ashes are coming up, sports Twitter can still be a beautiful place. A fun waters to swim in at the moment. Good content out there by all, but thank you very much, Macca's, for the hot mic. Before we move on to some quick hits, a little quick game time. Yeah. All right, this will start with me. Dolphins 34, Falcons 10. Look, no, Kirk is not back. For those wondering, posting, he's got his chain on.
Shout out to all those sad people who picked him up in fantasy. Yeah, just open.
I wouldn't know, because I was faced with that because I was already in bye week trouble. Yeah. Because everybody loves hearing about my fantasy team. I was already in bye week trouble. Went for Penix against a soft matchup, I thought. Then he gets ruled out. I was, do I really go Kirk? No, Joe Flacco.
Oh, Smoking Joe.
Smoking Joe. Didn't get the win, but in real life, but might help out. Look, what this was, I thought, nice showcase game for some potential trade targets for the Miami Dolphins. And look, the Dolphins have been a punching bag, but one thing we have seen, it's been chaotic. We've had Tua, the eye ailment that he woke up with, where it was all swollen, couldn't see out of it. The celebration that was going on.
He bit my bum, and now my bum's big.
But him throwing teammates under the bus, all that. Yeah. That team hasn't stopped fighting. So for whatever it's worth, Dolphins fans, not a lot to love, but that team hasn't stopped fighting, and they put a team that has playoff aspirations well and truly to bed nice and early in this one. Okay, Bills 40, Panthers 9. You'd think seeing the Bills put up a 40 burger, this is going to be a Josh Allen, remember me, in the MVP context game. No, this is all about James Cook. Anytime, 19 carries for 216 yards, couple of touchdowns, didn't need to bother contributing in the receiving game.
Can I just have a go at all those fantasy experts out there who talked me out of him? All these people being like, he can't have that production that he had last year, so relying on touchdowns, so he won't have touchdowns
again.
There
were two AFC running backs that kind of it felt like they had the shine taken off them. They were kind of seen as boring picks in fantasy this season. Everyone's, frothing about Gibbs and, could Saquon do it again and Bijan and all that.
Must sit on the beat. Oh.
Two that had all the fun taken out of them. And I'm guilty of one of these. James Cook? No, I was in on him.
Oh, you know.
And JT, Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
Who
experts taught me how to cook.
Yeah.
And Laurie taught me how to Jonathan Taylor.
Yeah.
So I whiffed.
And those are very, very different categories right there. Experts, not very different. Yeah,
There's also my experts are PPR guys, and Laurie hates
well, that's true.
Traditionalists.
Yeah, that's none of that.
That's why you like Caleb Williams.
PPR's woke fantasy nonsense. Point,
Well, fantasy announcers, I don't like BB are getting a point.
point per first down forever. But no, Cook was unbelievable today. Anytime you average a carry as a first down, problems for the defense. Carolina Panthers, some noise. Look, I suppose, early in this before it blew out, there was some moments of friskiness there, some element of containing Josh Allen to a degree. But yeah, this is a Bills get right performance. And once again, the Panthers want to take away from this that heading into the deadline, Rico Dowdle's your best running back. Lean on Rico and Hubbard.
They didn't really lean on Rico, though.
No, they didn't. He got more carries to Chuba, but they're clearly more productive. Once again, going for more than double the yards per carry.
Yeah.
Rico Dowdle, free Rico.
I got 49ers 15, Texans 26. I mean, it's the start of the season where we hit the snooze button on a few games. This is one of those. Though I will read out some of CJ Stroud's postgame just for everyone. I'm doing dramatic reading.
Sure. I like that. Take you back to uni days.
Yeah. First, I just want to give all praise to my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. Without him, I'm nothing. I'm a broken, wretched, sinful man. He saved me time and time again. I just want to say it's the first time this isn't the quote anymore. It's the first time I've ever had anything common with an NFL quarterback because I'm a broken, wretched, sinful man. Let's go Giants.
I wasn't expecting that. I was not expecting that from CJ, but let's go Giants.
That's something.
Don't quote that.
No, don't clip that. We're saying go to that game. Krug's already got it. Clip it.
Reload it. He's on it. Yeah.
Giants 20, Eagles 38. Go Birds! I've always been a big Tank Bigsby guy. Getting 104 yards.
Nice for Saquon to bust out his first 20-plus yard carry of the season right off the bat against the former team. Look, tough one here because Cam Scatterby goes down, one of the ugliest injuries.
Yeah.
Somehow that looked even more gross than when Dak did it years ago.
Look, we talk a lot of shit, and I obviously talk the most of it as an Eagles fan.
Sure.
But, Laurie and I do come from the school of we want everyone to be healthy and succeeding because football is better with everyone being healthy and being great. I will give Cam credit. Because if you see the clip, and I wouldn't recommend it if you're squirmish, but when
or if you're about to eat dinner,
he looks down and his ankle is on right angles, right?
Yes, it's not a natural way. It's pointing,
right?
Yeah.
It's pointing the opposite way, and then he looks up at his teammates and goes,
and they're like, no,
and they look at his ankle and go, like he's giving them I'll walk it off, get me up, and they're like, so yeah.
Look, it's tough for him because
for a healthy recovery.
Look, hey, preseason doubter of Cam Scatterby, hands up. I've not hidden away from that, but he clearly, him and Jackson Dart, heart and soul of that operation with Giants. That's a tough one to see.
With Neighbors out as well.
Out as well. So much like that's a trio that they're looking at to build around for the future, and 2/3 of it are out.
By the way, this game felt like what I thought the other game against the Giants should be for my Birds. It should be just business as usual.
Yes.
Which it kind of felt like.
Yeah, business as usual. Dodgy calls on tush pushes galore. Look, talk about.
You know what? Can I just do something to my friends, whether it's here in Australia or overseas? Don't send me ChatGPT AI memes of my Eagles hugging refs. That's for Kansas City Chiefs fans. I don't want any of that.
Yeah, you guys have earned it. Sorry, you have absolutely earned that. It's shocking. Kayvon Thibodeau. You can't. I said this on the socials, and I'll say it again. You can't give quarterbacks, Jalen Hurts, but others. It's not just limited quarterbacks. Years and years of being able to try twice, 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. Sound like I'm just got announced as a Miami Heat franchise signing.
No one's that's right. No.
But you can't give them all those efforts to gain the yardage. And when Jalen Hurts is mid-stretching out the football and Kayvon Thibodeau plays it perfectly, clear recovery. One, it wasn't just that they whistled it early. They whistled it after he'd taken it and said, oh, no, we'd already had forward progress. So it's just, it's the officiating of this thing. Whether it stays or goes, you've got to get this sorted because it's just getting tiring. It didn't change the result of the game. It's far more big stories. And one of the stories we have to look at is that yes, the Giants are not a herald the defense, but that's a couple performances.
A bit like old man yells at cloud.
No,
Laurie.
there's a couple years in a row. There's a couple of weeks in a row now where that Eagles offense is making a lot more sense.
Buccaneers 23, Saints 3. We've also got the snooze button on it.
Yeah.
You mentioned earlier we were talking about contenders at the end of the year. Yeah. Buccaneers, there's just a lot of injuries and it's not their fault.
Yeah.
And Saints are. Do you want to go through our favourite moment probably from the weekend?
Yes, that is.
Actually, I said snooze button. We will go through this.
Yes, Anthony Nelson putting an end to the Rat Pack. Spencer Rattler, who I tipped to continue having 20-plus completions at home, had 15 at the time. So on a rate basis, it was going well. Unfortunately, he got hooked, and one of the reasons was he threw one of the most dominant interceptions you will ever see. Anthony Nelson, strapping man, patted the pass straight up in the air, brought it in, and then as contributor Boxy said to us, we talked about kids playing balls indoors and being opposed to that as parents who have properties to try and not break. It looked like what happens when your parents intercept a ball when you're playing at home and put it into that. He grabbed the ball and then
I'll be Rattler.
Yeah. Oh, and bouncing off the leg, down he goes as he walks in for an interception return touch. And
Dickie Nee from behind. Look. Hello, Mr. Summers. Shout out to our Hey It's Saturday fans.
It's the only NFL show you'll find with a shout out to Hey It's Saturday. Emotional support ball return.
Thank you.
Anthony Nelson absolutely little manning Spencer Rattler. From now on, the little man interception, however you need to say it, there. This belongs to Anthony Nelson and Anthony Nelson alone.
Browns 13, Patriots 32. I mean, we did mention earlier, Miles Garrett had the 5 sacks. Becomes the first player in NFL history to do that and lose.
Browns keep on brownsing.
Look. You mentioned it earlier as well. Look, Patriots again. I think it was more of a sort of business as usual. Even though Drake May did get sacked 5 times,
5 straight wins for the Patriots. Joint longest winning streak in the league right now, along with some team from Denver.
Drake just looks really good. Yes. But back to Miles, do you really think he'll have a trade? Because that was the whole thing, right? He wasn't going to re-sign there.
The money's a problem, right? Yeah. It's going to have to create all sorts of cap machinations, and I'm not sure I have faith in the Cliff Browns football operation to be able to work that out. I'm not sure what Excel spreadsheet they're using, or if they are using Excel.
They got an abacus, man.
It could be abacus.
We've got to move these beans.
So, but he wants out, and if he creates enough noise, we've seen massive trades out, but it would be alarming considering he just signed the big money extension. All right, moving on from that one to the Titans Colts. Huge win for the Colts, 38-14. Peyton Manning completed 78% of his passes. Edgerrin James had 5 touchdowns on the ground. Reggie Wayne, Marvin Harrison. I could say that, and you would not be wrong for thinking it could be accurate because you didn't need to watch this game. I did, but to know what was happening here, this is another Jonathan Taylor show. Ridiculous. Some poor tackling from the Titans at points, but Jonathan Taylor, 3 scrimmage touchdowns, the stat that was going around. He joins these names with 3 scrimmage touchdowns for the 4th time in a single season. LaDainian Tomlinson, Marshall Faulk, Sean Alexander, and Priest Holmes. These are fantasy gods, not the other G word that people throw around too much when you can't have multiple of them. I'm sorry, but these are heralded names of a different era of fantasy football before the 370 touch rule and running back committees and our version of load management for running backs in the NFL. This was back in the day where you ran for 400 touches. You absolutely head down 3 yards and a cloud of dust.
What did you say to me at the beginning of the season? Talk me out of this, man.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, it's aging like fine wine, like so many of my preseason takes. But look, this is Colts. It's so well schemed. It all makes sense.
Can we have Stark back at the Eagles, our offensive coordinator?
Come back, Stark Daddy.
Stark Daddy, come back. Jalen looked the best when you were there.
So, I think we can move on from this one pretty quickly.
Can I just say as well, at Lucas Oil Stadium, I don't know if you saw this, they have like a lookalike cam. A lot of places do it, basketball, and so they have a very famous person. They go to the crowd and find someone. During today's game, they put up Indiana Jones, Harrison Ford, and then they cut to Daniel Jones, and the crowd goes nuts.
Lean in.
I love
Nothing like a cult hero, cult favorite. All right.
What's the next game?
Yeah, Cowboys, Broncos.
How about them Cowboys?
We touched on this a little before. Wax battered and exposed the Cowboys defense. Just a shambles. And any other franchise, the front office would be facing maximum accountability for putting that out on the field. But they won't because they own the team. And
because it's Jerry.
Because
Jerry
and Steven. And I think there was once a ray of hope that Charlotte may take over one day. And then Charlotte this offseason has started referring to the same financial divvying up of the salary cap pie that the other Joneses have mentioned, which just sunk Cowboys fans to an even lower point. The Cowboys are exactly who we thought they were. They are a very good offense. They are an awful, potentially the league worst defense. And against a team that has a very good defense so they can take away your strength and has a head coach in Sean Payton who has faced some criticism. But if you give Sean Payton an easy test, he will pass that with flying colors. I would say nothing that the Cowboys defense presented to him today was something that he hasn't seen before. that actually might be a lie. I'm not sure if he's seen a defense that bad. He's seen a lot. He might not have seen that.
Press conference, he goes, I've seen some stinkers, but
that,
yeah.
I mean, that was charity.
I'm lucky I'm not spying on teams anymore. If I spied on that, I mean, ugh, you.
All right, Packers put a serious statement victory against their former man Aaron Rodgers and the Pittsburgh Steelers. This one was a contrast of generations. We saw Jordan Love.
360 yards.
Everyone knows about the 20 straight completions, which is the first time a Packers QB has done that since Brett Favre. But that second half, a 100% adjusted completion percentage. That's really good. I don't know that you can have better than that. 200 plus yards, 200 plus yards, couple touchdowns, no picks in the second half.
That felt like business usual in the end.
That was
third and fourth quarter, especially.
If he's going to get on that type of hot streak, you talk about contenders and pretenders and how they've positioned themselves in the NFC. That tier of football, and Christian Watson coming back looked really good. This wasn't a big Josh Jacobs game. There was a touchdown because, of course, it's Josh Jacobs. This is what he does. But this was a game where they balanced his workload with someone like Wilson in the backfield as well. But that wide receiver core, it got help coming as well. Back with some of the talent. Reed should be back at some point in the season as well in the not too distant future. That's
Tucker Kraft.
That's a problem because Tucker Kraft has emerged as one of the best tight ends.
National
in the
tight
NFL as
ends.
well. Yeah, I wouldn't know about that because Jake Ferguson put up a bagel. But
you talked me into him, and to be fair, he has been pretty good fantasy. But today, I was like, I thought my app hadn't refreshed. You're pulling it down, and I'm like, why does it say Jake Ferguson's on 0 points?
I forgot it was Bachelore's fantasy takes out, but it's deserved. All right,
you did say I don't like talking about fantasy.
That's true. All right.
So
yes, good one for the Packers. A lot of narrative in this one, and the Steelers get a result they deserve for wearing those jerseys.
Yeah,
shout out the WA Warriors from the Mercantile Mutual days.
Yes, yeah. Vikings 10, Chargers 37. The Friday game here in Australia. Again, I've hit the sort of snooze button on this as well. Chargers look good.
Kamani Vidal.
Yeah, Vidal.
Went out.
Great. Speaking of fantasy pickups,
had a rare.
Laurie told me to pick him up. He didn't. But he needs to win.
Thanks, mate. I had a rare night out on Friday night, child free, and a lot of fantasy, a lot of football lovers there, and the two hottest. Would
you say your night was wasted, sinful?
No. Some others there perhaps, but no. I behaved myself, but. The two hottest words out there amongst all the football fans was Kamani Vidal because that was a very spicy, very nice flex play for a lot of people.
Also, I was really big on Ladd coming into the season.
Yes.
And in his last 4 games, 73.5 yards per game, 3 touchdowns, wide receiver 3 in that span.
Mm-hmm.
So
there was a lot of early Ladd panic.
Yeah, there was
with Keenan there. Quentin Johnson started like a house on fire, but Ladd coming good. All right. That has been the quick hits. Time for some.
I'm excited for this.
Time for new segment, especially around this trade season. Get our friends Cause are on board for some ice cold trades. Some trades you and me are dreaming up. How dreamy they are, well, you have to wait and see. I'm going to kick this one off. We talked about the Buffalo Bills. Wasn't a big day for the passing attack. There's been a lot of talk about their run defense no good. Could they go get a defensive tackle? I toyed with. I looked at their financials. They couldn't do a Myles Garrett type move, even if that was on the table. Even looked at someone like a Jeffrey Simmons after the Tennessee Titans. He's a phenomenal player. It doesn't seem like doing a good job saying we're not going to trade him, which only drives your price up. But even if he was available, again, with his cost, I don't think that's going to make a lot of sense. But the name I like here, I want to add some wide receiver power. They've tried a few different things. You know, Khalil Shakir continues to make big plays despite not being the sexiest name out there. But Chris Olave to the Bills. Chris Olave strung some health together. Touch wood. Lovely to see New Orleans Saints, but that team's not going anywhere. They're sorting out their quarterback situation. He's got his 5th year option next, so you could trade for him. He doesn't cost a lot this year. Really good for the Bills. And then you can get towards working on an extension if you want lower his number next year. But Chris Olave providing an extra spark and an extra pedigree to that wide receiver room in Buffalo. And they got to know that, we're in a decent spot here, but that Chiefs team is back to putting up not 40 burgers, but putting up lots and lots of points. And there's some AFC dealings we're going to have to work through here. We need to keep our foot down. So ice cold trades for a contender to move into the next level and take something into a new stratosphere. Send a Olave to the Buffalo.
I like that. Yep. Give him a little Mr. Football, another weapon.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of weapons,
this is wild.
Laurie loves this one.
Yeah.
So we know my boy, AJ Brown,
Yes.
seems to be unhappy, posts very cryptic messages.
Does he?
I
I haven't heard anything about this at any point over the past couple of years.
hasn't made any news. Was
Mm.
it like, I think they asked Jalen about it and he said, let's keep the main thing the main thing.
I need to read more like AJ Brown does on sidelines.
So I've got the Denver Broncos receiving AJ Brown, and I've thrown in a 2026 third round pick. And my Birds will get Patrick Surtain the second.
Wow.
And a 2026 first round pick from Denver.
Wait, you've got Denver giving. I was sitting there saying, I'm not sure AJ Brown in the third is enough to get Patrick Surtain. But you've got them getting Patrick Surtain and a first round pick for AJ. Yeah. Look, I love the idea. All I saw on the rundown was Surtain for AJ Brown. I was like, oh, this is fun. Let's have a look at this. I think the Eagles are definitely going to have to put something in here. As good as AJ Brown is, Patrick Surtain's
No, I didn't.
Defensive Player of the Year.
There's no first round in
and
there.
it's daylight.
I do think, I think it'd be Brown and a third round, maybe a second round.
Yeah.
I think they would like that. I think Sean Payton would love to have a weapon like AJ out there. And then having for us to have someone like, Roll Tide.
Yeah, it's just another way for you to get an Alabama
guy on the Eagles. Broncos boost their receiving, room. We get a top corner. I think maybe we'd have to give up a first or a second rather than that third. Yeah, and you'd have to deal with about 300,000 Denver Broncos fans wearing angry orange coming in to steal Patrick Surtain back to Mile High. Who we wouldn't employ as a security guard? Dak Prescott, because he couldn't see that orange today.
Okay. Very nice. Well done, you. Okay, while we're on the Cowboys, I don't know if you know this, but the Cowboys defense sucks.
Yeah.
I believe we had a original...
I looked at a trade today, Max Crosby, to get to you guys, which has been in the news.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, but I couldn't really make it work.
No, I again, doing a good job saying he's not for sale, which is what you should do if you're trying to boost the price. But a little more responsible here, and this is one that... This is one that came through from former co-host the Brecky Show, Phil Murphy, had Jalen Phillips from the Miami Dolphins.
Seems to be in the trade block.
Seems to be in the trade block last year. Like when you get into the end of these rookie years, they become movable. Don't seem like an extension's on the horizon. Yeah. Super talented. Injuries scuttled some of his ascension. But I got Jalen Phillips, very sensible move to the Cowboys for a fourth round pick. They love trading away fourth round picks. Yeah. They do it routinely. It's often been for nonsense, like Jonathan Mingo, which I don't think anybody was giving up more than a seventh for, but the Cowboys gave a fourth. But yeah, Phillips, Cowboys, simple deal, fourth round pick. The Miami Dolphins get some draft capital as they prepare for a rebuild next year, and the Cowboys get a player that appears to know how to play competent defense.
Okay, all right. Let me talk you through this one because this is a wild one.
Yeah,
strap yourselves in. I'm calling this one the experience for the future.
Sure.
So the LA Rams are going to get an LA quarterback, like a real pretty boy. And I know you've seen Matthew Stafford IRL in real life, but I think this man is way more handsome. This guy is the guy that could be in a Netflix series, right? They're getting Joe Burrow.
Right.
They're getting Joe Burrow. They're also going to get a 2026 third round pick from Cincy. Cincinnati Bengals will get Stafford. They get a 2025 first round pick from the Rams. They'll also get a 2026 second round pick from the Rams. Conditional 2027 fourth round pick.
Wow.
Becomes a third if Stafford leads the Bengals to playoffs. Okay, let me talk you through it. So Sean McVay, GM, old Leslie Sneed, they go all in youth reset. They're trading the aging Stafford, now mid-30s, for a long-term quarterback.
They are 5-2.
But again, we had this cloud. Remember, they did put him on the trade block in the preseason. That's all the end of last season.
Yep.
They bet that McVay's offensive system can rejuvenate a star quarterback coming off injuries and inconsistent protection. The Bengals, well, they get a veteran Super Bowl winner who can keep the window open now, plus draft ammo to retool around the cheaper, quarterback in the post-Stafford years. So they get something else there.
Okay.
Barrow's deal is massive, but front-loaded. So the Rams eat big money early, like they did for Stafford in 2021. And the Bengals free up future cap flexibility since Stafford's contract has shorter guaranteed years left.
I love it.
Yes!
I love the creativity. I love just got hit by a ball. I love the detailed research. I love the words cap flexibility. So the only thing that would get in the way of this, I think I there's ties to the franchises. and
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
all
Forgetting all the
take some emotion out of it.
Emotion out of it.
Would the Rams do it, knowing they are also do they feel like they'd be sacrificing this season? So let's say Burrow we're in week 8. We expect Burrow could be back in a month
Maybe,
plus.
Yeah.
Let's go like 6 weeks.
Yep.
Backup quarterback, I believe, is Jimmy Garoppolo on the LA Rams. Handsome man.
Yeah,
we're talking about handsome
people,
quarterbacks.
yeah.
These guys are so hot.
What's happening in LA? What's in the water?
Saints next. Winnable with a backup.
Yep.
49ers.
Winnable. Don't know when Purdy's back. They got injuries. The defense is a bit of a mess.
Seahawks, tough.
Yeah,
I think Seahawks got you.
Yeah.
Buccaneers, tough. You're 2-2. Let's say you're 2-2. Panthers?
Yeah.
Winnable.
3-2.
Cardinals.
4-2.
So say
depends if they put Kyle.
If you go 3-3 during that stretch, so that gets you at 8-5.
Yeah, is that right? Yeah.
And then on the 15th of December, could you be debuting Joe Burrow against the Detroit Lions? It's wild. It's out of this world.
It's a wild.
I said there's emotions all over the place that get in the way of it. But it would be amazing, and I thank you for bringing this into our universe.
I knew you'd love it because I really didn't do much research on AJ Brown and Patrick Surtain.
That was from the heart.
That was a heart. That was
this one.
I put some thought into it.
It was from the brain and several other places.
Yeah.
And thank you to our friends at Coors for a phenomenal segment of Ice Cold Trades. And we will be back again with our friends.
I love that.
With our friends from Coors as the trade deadline nears next week. All right. From trades to history. A couple of quarterbacks with some history there. It's time for We've Got History, brought to you by our friends at StatMate. The legend now reads Jimmy Smith 2, Laurie Horesh 1. Courtesy of a Spencer Rattler benching. I was watching his rate. I was like, are these completions? He's going to do this comfortably. I didn't think he would no longer be playing football. Well, with a lot of the second half
to get a W when you guys are out there.
All right, I'm taking back the tee box here, trying to wrestle something, even though I haven't earned the honors. Can anybody stop Jonathan Taylor right now? As we've discussed,
no,
it would appear not.
No.
2+ touchdowns, 4 of his last 6 games. That's just rushing. We mentioned the 3 scrimmage touchdowns. 4 times in a game and the ridiculous company he's in. I'm looking at this as will he score again next week with the Indianapolis Colts, and that offense that has the type of rhythm and schedule that you'd expect from some fine Swiss watchmaker. Yeah. They go up against a Steelers team that did a good job against limiting our man Josh Jacobs, but Wilson had some nice games in this one as well. But they go up against the Steelers next up. I've got Jonathan Taylor powering through, getting in the end zone again, another productive day. So I'm going to back in ticking the ledger over for the LH side of things. Jonathan Taylor.
It's more of a safe bet.
It feels like a safe bet. If I could go with Josh Jacobs every week, I would. But look, after a tough result with Spencer Rattler and the 20+ completions, Jonathan Taylor to get in the end zone, I just think the opportunity's there, the scheming's there, the line's there, the performance there, the offense there, and Stike Daddy's there. I'm rolling with that.
Shout out to Stike Daddy.
Shout out Stike Daddy.
I am going to tie my pick for We've Got History, right, into my fantasy.
Okay.
Because there is a player that I was very high on. I got in a lot of leagues because I'm in 12. I might have this guy in like 9 of 12 leagues.
Uh-huh.
And it's Brocky Bowers.
Tough.
Right? And I'm not going to lie, it's been a tough start of the season. He got injured and then he kind of played through it, which I wish he didn't because it may have made it worse. So then he's had to sit out games. Yep. Obviously, he had the bye.
Yep. It's like when you were told to stop picking your nose as a child. Yeah. You're just going to make it worse.
Pick it more. So they tell me not to touch wet paint. I had to touch the wet paint. Oh, by the way, I did that last week in Centennial Park in Sydney. I saw a chair that said, "Don't touch wet paint." My partner goes, "No," and I'm like, "Ah."
No, nice Centennial Park humble brag there. That's good.
Shout out.
Back to Brock Bowers.
Brock Bowers, he had 99 receiving yards versus Jacksonville Jaguars in their only meeting last season, and the average is 49.5 per game in his last 10 at home. I think he's healed from what I've been reading online. I've been reading a lot of it because, again, I'm relying on him in fantasy, so I think he's coming back. I think he can go for 50+ this week.
I think it's time. I think Brock Bowers, fantasy investors, Raiders fans, Deputy Brucey out there have been through enough. I think it's time for the Brock Bowers resurgence. I don't know that it's going to lead to much of a Raiders resurgence, but yeah, I could see him getting back on track and breathing some hope into some investors in his stock.
Maybe play a different quarterback.
Wow.
Who's the backup there?
Behind...
Is it Kenny Pickett? No, don't make that up.
behind Geno Smith on the Las Vegas Raiders, residing in Mr. Pete Carroll's QB stable, presently is Kenny Pickett.
Hey, yeah, play Kenny.
You and your Pennsylvania boys, huh?
Yeah.
You will always stick together.
Well, it can't be worse than Geno, mate.
All right. God knows how long we've run at this point, but it is time for one more sprint before we get on out of here, Jimmy. Hit me with Jimmy's.
I've got Jimmy's Blitz. It's 8 questions this week.
Ooh, tight.
Because I'll be honest, I started doing it earlier, and then we started recording this, and I went, I don't have all the questions.
That's right.
But 8's enough.
I didn't have all the answers last week.
All right. So because we are celebrating National Tight End Day,
we certainly are.
I'm going to get you to blind rank these 6 tight ends.
Are they current or is this throughout?
This is throughout.
Ooh.
I believe I've only picked one current.
Okay. Nice. That's good to know.
So let's kick things off with Shannon Sharp. 1 to 6.
Respectfully, 3.
Respectfully, 3.
I think there's some great tight ends out there. He's one of them.
You don't even know who I was going to say yet. Let's go. Tony Gonzalez.
Yeah. 4 feels too low. I'm limiting myself a little.
Who else have I got on there?
I think I'll put Tony G at 2.
You're putting him at 2?
Yep.
Okay. Tony G. Let's stay with the Kansas City Chiefs. Travis Kelce.
That's right. 4.
4?
Yeah. Fantastic. One of the great receiving tight ends of all time. Yeah.
What about Rob Gronkowski?
I'm really in trouble now because I'm putting him at 1, which means I'm about to bury someone.
Oh,
let's see. Gronk at 1. Who have we put it to? Tony Gonzalez. You got Shannon Sharp at 3.
Yeah,
Travis Kelce 4.
Yep.
I've got 2 to go.
You got 2 to go.
Oh, I'm about to say some awful things about some really good football players.
All right, so let's go.
Yep.
Antonio Gates.
That's fine. I think I'll put Gates at... I'll leave myself wiggle room here. Let's put him at 6.
You're putting him at 6. Okay.
Yeah, and I think I know where this last one's going.
Do you want to have a guess who the last one is?
I think you were trying to put me in a terrible spot where I put Jason Witten at 1.
Jason Witten.
Yeah. I think I've absolutely nailed that.
Okay, let me go through it.
Jason Witten at 5.
Yeah, so you got number 1, you got Rob.
Yep.
Gronk.
Yep.
2, you've got Tony G. 3, Shannon Sharp.
Yep.
4, Travis Kelce.
Absolutely.
5, Jason Witten.
Yep.
6, Antonio Gates.
That's fantastic.
I'm going to give you a point.
I think that I say a lot of dumb things.
You say a lot of
dumb
things.
of time when the mic's on and off.
I wanted you to get Jason Witten at number 1.
The thing I've learned is
trap.
that there is always a banana peel. All right, let's keep rolling.
All right, number 2, who threw for more yards in week 8?
Yep.
Was it my boy Jalen Hurts or the quarterback he was going against, Jackson Dart?
Jalen Hurts.
It was Jackson Dart.
Oh,
yeah. 193 plays 197.
Oh, fun.
Who had more fantasy points? We were talking about him earlier. Joshy Allen didn't set the world alight.
No.
Or Daniel Jones.
Did power in though.
Did power in. Daniel Jones. Indiana Jones or Joshy Allen? Mr. Football or Indiana Jones?
Give me Josh Allen.
Josh Allen, correct.
Yeah.
Ding, ding, ding.
You have 2 rushing touchdowns today.
You have 2, 1, 2.
He's only got him for 1.
Yeah.
Orange fun.
Who had less fantasy points?
Oh, less. Okay.
Less between these 2. And then we're going to stay with quarterbacks.
Yep.
Was it Caleb Williams, who we had the voice note from the hot take earlier? Is he the answer there for the Bears? Or is it your boy, Dak Prescott? Who had less fantasy points?
Dak didn't throw a touchdown pass.
Did Dak throw today? Was Dak there?
Dak was there. He wasn't happy. I don't believe he threw a touchdown pass. He did have a couple of turnovers. Caleb Williams at least had some moments of productivity. Give me Caleb.
Less, remember less.
Oh, less. So
yeah.
Dak had
yes,
less.
Great. Dak had less.
Cool.
Dak had 6.62.
Thanks for
PPR.
Thanks for working my way through that.
Yep. You've only got one wrong so far. Who has more receiving yards for this season between these 2? Is it Stephon Diggs or is it our boy showing about him earlier? Is it Lad McConkey? McConkey.
McConkey.
Who's Travis? Who am I thinking of? Matthew McConaughey.
Routinely thinking of Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
Give me Lad McConkey.
Stephon Diggs.
Damn.
You got 2 wrong so far.
Bummer.
Who has more sacks this season? Is it Myles Garrett or Brian Burns?
Myles Garrett had 5 today. So I'm going to say Myles Garrett.
Trick question. They both have 10.0. 10 exactly.
Cute.
Yeah.
Half point.
All right, question 7. Start, bench, and cut. The top 3 quarterbacks for passing yards this season.
Okay.
You've got Justin Herbert, your boy Dak,
yep,
and Indiana Jones. Who's starting, who's on the bench, and who you cutting?
I'm cutting Daniel Jones. Sorry, Indiana Jones fans. This is
They're
just
7-1.
This is just quarterbacks in a vacuum. Yeah, I'm cutting Daniel
Okay.
Jones. That's fine. He's doing a great job in
You're
that
going to
system.
start Dak. You're just a homer. After all the good work you did today, Laurie,
yeah.
you're going to undo it right here. at the end.
No, as a current player right now, yeah, I'd start Dak, bench Justin Herbert, and cut Daniel Jones. Now, if this was for the future, if this was for the next 10 years or whatever, 7 years, let's go 7.
Yeah.
Justin Herbert, start, bench Dak, cut Daniel Jones.
You think of cutting Daniel Jones. There's your clip, Krugs.
Yeah,
and finally, we can't wait for next week. I mean, we do have more football tomorrow. But how many minutes are in a full week?
Okay. So 60 minutes in an hour. That's 24 hours in a day. So 60 times 24. 6 by 24 is 144, I think. 6 by 24 should be 144. So that's 1,440 in a day.
So how many in a week?
So
full week.
7,000 plus 2,800. So that's 9,800. Or what did I say? 1,440?
I have no idea what you're doing right now.
I think I'm at
like Zach Galifianakis in Hangover and all those numbers.
I think I'm at 9,800 plus 7 by 4 is 29,828.
So 10,080?
Oh, so not even close.
10,080.
Nailed it.
Minutes are in a full week.
Yeah, the maths got away from me there.
Yeah, the math's not mathing. Even though I think we kicked this off today with this is a math base.
Yes, it certainly is. Well, I can count to 8. So that I can guarantee. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, beautiful. And that's what it has been. Week number 8. On the scale of unhinged, this was up there, which is good. This is good. We want this. I'd say it probably was an 8 on the 1 to 10 unhinged factor, but I think we can take it to new levels. Jimmy, that means week 9's up next. Before we get there, we have what I expect to be another Kansas City Chiefs showcase tomorrow, up against a Washington Commanders team trotting out Marcus Mariota and a defense that, like others in the NFC East, does not make you blush overly. So, bit more football to come. Then we get to week 9. Things are shaping up. We've got the trade deadline nearing. We have more of that next week. But this has been...
Do I need to be in next week? The Eagles got the bye. Only work when the Eagles work.
And the Seahawks are in town next week.
They are.
More on that to come. Keep your eyes tracked on ESPN Australia, New Zealand, socials, channels, Jimmy's account, my account, every other account associated. Deputy Brucey's account. Follow it all. This has been NFL Afters for week number 8. You'll find us same time, same place, same channel next week for week number 9. You take care out there, and we'll see you for more football 7 days from now.
Dallas sucks. Go Birds.
Every week. This week it's true.